What's going on YouTube? Masex back with another video, and we're getting back to the series looking at my top 5 positional rankings. Today we're looking at the tight ends, and I assure you we're about to hop straight into it, but I do have to tell you guys, make sure you like and subscribe to this video because one, you clicked on this video because you're a football fan, most likely. It only makes sense for you to join the family. We're on the road to 1K. So what are you waiting on? Come on. But without further ado, let's look at these tight ends and let's get to it. All right, at number 1, the almighty Brock Bowers out of Georgia. 6'4", 230 pounds is what he's listed at right now. Doesn't really matter that much because Brock Bowers is a generational tight end, and I literally mean that. We love using that phrase generational, and sometimes it's appropriate, sometimes it's not. For Brock Bowers, it's appropriate. Came out of the gates as an 18-year-old true freshman in the SEC, which most people are going to tell you that's the best conference in all of the nation. Historic college career all the way around. 3-time first-team All-Pro. First ever back-to-back Mackey Award winner, which is given to the nation's best tight end. He checks pretty much any box you want to see, other than size maybe. Listed at 230 pounds. I've said in other videos talking about Brock Bowers how, in a way, he's an oversized wide receiver. But he can block. He's not just strictly a Mike Gesicki, no blocking, put him in the slot. The guy can line up on the line and he shows the effort in the run game. Shows up in big games. He's always shown up in big games. As a freshman, he had 10 catches in the SEC championship game against Alabama. He has speed. He runs away from defenders. Showed heart. He could have very easily sat out this year after that injury and said, I'm just going to get ready for the draft. Came back for the SEC championship game and put up a hell of a performance against Alabama. I really have a lot of respect for Brock Bowers, and I personally think he's better than Kyle Pitts. Next up, my number 2 tight end in this class is Javon Sanders out of Texas. Listed at 6'4", 242 pounds. If you've been following college football, you know most likely Javon Sanders has been the consensus number 2 tight end even before the season in the preseason rankings. Limited playing time as a freshman, but bust out into the scenes as a sophomore. 54 catches, over 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. He has the best numbers of all tight ends in Texas history. Though not a blazer, Javon Sanders is really good with the ball in his hand. He's a playmaker. He knows how to make plays when he has the ball in his hands. Good route runner, can create separation. Run blocking, I will say, especially for his size, I do want more. And I do think that's a matter of effort rather than just a lack of skill. And he's going to have to commit to blocking if he wants to get on the field at the next level. My number 3 tight end is Jahim Bell out of Florida State. 6'2", about 239, 240 pounds. Jahim Bell started his college career at South Carolina. That's where I personally first knew of him. I am a Spencer Rattler fan, so I did watch a lot of South Carolina games last year in 2022. And he really caught my attention because South Carolina, though they severely underutilized him, he was really versatile, but they did not utilize his skill set as much as I feel they should have. This year, transfers to Florida State. Excellent decision. Florida State was loaded. Still upset that they got robbed. They should be in the playoffs. Jahim Bell should be playing towards a championship right now. But this season had a really good year. 39 catches, 503 yards, 2 scores. But I always look at QB ratings, which is a sign that a guy is very consistent, knows how to get open. And looking back at South Carolina as a sophomore, 121.7 QB rating when targeted. 110.6 last year in 2022 when targeted. Jahim Bell is a playmaker. In a way, you can think of him as a really big running back because he's going to make plays after the catch and when he gets the ball in his hand. He may be, next to Brock Bowers, the best playmaker with the ball in his hands at the tight end position. All right, and my number 4 tight end is Bryson Nesbit out of North Carolina. Listed at 6'5", about 231, 232 pounds. Very tall and lanky, one of the taller tight ends in the class. 117.3 QB rating when targeted. I really like his game. He's a smooth operator when he's on the field. Very consistent target, very consistent route runner, good separator, and also has really good catch and run skills. I do need to watch a little bit more. I'm kind of comparing and contrasting. But the more I watch Bryson, the more I really like his game. And I think his game and his play style will transfer over to the next level. And rounding off the top 5, my number 5 tight end for this class is Cade Stover out of Ohio State. Listed at 6'4", 255. As you can see, a big body tight end, kind of the more of the traditional size tight end, inline blocker. Broke out as a junior, 35 catches. This year, 41 catches, 5 touchdowns. At 260 pounds, he's going to bring some versatility. If you need him to stay in and help with the pass protection, run blocking, he plays with a lot of effort. High motor player from what I've seen. I'm a Big Ten guy, so I've watched a lot of Ohio State games. He's a high motor guy and does a lot of things that you can't coach. You either have it a part of you or you don't. Really good with contested catches, which shows his strength, shows his concentration when the ball's in the air. Just a very competitive player. I don't know if he'll ever be the tight end 1 at the next level, but he is somebody that's going to stick around on a roster, make spot plays here and there, and I think he can carve out a pretty solid NFL career. All right, there you have it. These are my top 5 tight ends for the 2024 draft class. The list is fluid. As I've said before, I can almost guarantee there's going to be some changes pretty much with every positional big board that I've posted to this point. I want to see what you guys think. If you've watched the tight end position or who's not on this list that you're a fan of. I'm curious to see. Put that in the comment below. Let's have a discussion about it. As I always say, I am right. You're most likely wrong, but your comments are welcome anyways, and I want to see that. And if you made it this far in the video, I deeply appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe as this helps the channel grow, and I'll deeply appreciate that as well. With all that said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Be on the lookout for more content, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Cheat!